Alrighty. So let's go over the patch notes again. We're doing this live on Twitch, so if you want to see this live, yep, drop a follow, all of this. Oh yeah, this would be going over it on Twitch, and then we're turning into a video. So of course, the developer thing, October 10th, reading Descendant is the director of the first Descendant. I'm gonna butcher the name, so I'm not even gonna attempt to do it. After scheduling the second season first update to October 10th, the dev team is working hard to bring you more satisfying content. The season 1 update has taught us a lot about the direction First Descendant should take, and we're striving to deliver even better content based on what we've learned. Today, as part of this effort, we prepared this dev note to share some news about our second update. So this is going to be very interesting. Of course, we already know about Ultimate Freyna and her exclusive story. Big Sag. Still trapped in the day of the Room Zero incident, Freyna's trauma has stopped time and left her to suffer alone in her long grief. In this exclusive story for Freyna, you'll explore the inner mind of the crestfallen hero, gripped by the guilt of surviving alone after failing to save her love and comrades. Bunny was able to overcome resentment of her parents with the help of teammates. Will Freyna also be able to overcome her trauma and face reality? Probably not, but you know what? And as you can see here, Ultimate Freyna, she got some enhancements to her assets. On October 10th, the even more powerful Ultimate Freyna will make her appearance. Ultimate Freyna's arcade chemical control suit, Nightmare Dominator, is a piece of gear especially designed for Freyna, who feels greater physical strain as her arcade grows more powerful. Up until now, Freyna's had to stall the growth of her arcade in order to survive, but the Nightmare Dominator enables her to adjust to more powerful arcade. With this control suit equipped, Ultimate Freyna's trauma has now become a nightmare not only for herself, but also for her enemies. So now she faces, like, what, stronger poisons and shit? Alright, cool lore implications. Ultimate Freyna's exclusive mods, Toxic Mixture and Venom Injection, have been added. Toxic Mixture. Freyna's passive skill, Contagion Links, is changed to Toxic Mixture. When equipped, the skill module will trigger Necrosis instead of Room Zero Trauma. That's her Contagion skill links. So instead of Contagion, it's Toxic Mixture. As enemies gain more stacks of Necrosis, your firearm attack increases when you shoot at them. If an enemy reaches max stacks, your firearm crit rate also increases. Huh. Okay, so just basically applying poison, but instead of not going for damage over time, it's just you're increasing your firepower. Allows her to do more damage with Colossus, I'm guessing. Making her a better bosser. And then Venom Injection. Defense mechanism is changed to Venom Injection. Venom Injection consumes resources to recover your shield and increase skill power modifier, while also inflicting corrosion on enemies. Enemies inflicted with corrosion suffer reduced toxic resistance, making them more vulnerable to Freyna's toxic attacks. That could make her a very good mobber. Very good. Very, very good. It would just depend on how much toxic resistance is afflicted and how much of a modifier increase that is. Because again, Freyna benefits from power modifiers because her skills have low modifiers at base. So the higher you get up with it, the more damage she'll do over time. And then next is Haley's. Ooh, yes, the exclusive mods. Here we go. The red mods. Let's go. Let's go. So Haley's exclusive mods: Super Cooled Kuiper Round and Cryogenic Cluster Shot. Super Cooled Kuiper Round. Using the unique weapon reduces firearm attack and fire rate, but increases weak point damage in return. Also, successful weak point attacks recover your shield instead of your MP. The increase in weak point damage decreases upon firing the weapon, but increases again on successful weak point hits. I could see this being good with pairing with what is it, Afterglow, but after that, it would just depend on how much the weak point damage is buffed up by, because it would have to negate the loss in crit damage. Well, it's overall firearm attack, so it could do good. It might. It just depends. But that reduction, or not being able to gain MP, that might kill it for what is it? That 7-second ultimate build that people have been running. So might not want to use that for that. Exactly. Cryogenic Cluster Shot. The cryo effect is changed to cryogenic. Using a firearm. So it just changes cryo to her abilities, and now it's cryogenic. Using a firearm to deal an enemy inflicted with cryogenic deals additional AoE damage to nearby enemies, making this a useful skill module for clearing out common monsters. Huh. But the only ability that really would take effect of that to where they would survive would be what is it? Her first ability. because that would apply to cryo. Sometimes they won't kill them, but if they're afflicted with cryogenic, then it will do the pulses. So maybe. In addition, we're adding new modules to improve your builds. Following the addition of modules to improve what? Ugh. Following the addition of modules to improve shield utilization on September 26th, we'll be adding modules that boost skill power and firearm attack instead of crit hit, or I assume crit rate and crit damage on October 10th to encourage the use of weapons and descendants that have low crit hit rates. So this right here, this one right here, I'm looking at Ajax immediately, 100%, because Ajax, for those that know, my Ajax mains, Ajax sucks to build into crit rate, 100%. Oh, like, there's almost no way to build into it. I mean, you can, but it's gonna be very low, and the amount of stuff you have to put into it and the amount of stuff you have to sacrifice is not worth it. That's why when I made the Rhino build video, I went for more range and just pure raw damage, because that was better utilization than having a chance for the crit rates. So it wasn't worth it. It really wasn't. And firearm attack, that one could be really good for like Lepic's what is that mod that lets his overclock increase your firearm damage instead? That will be very useful. So it's gonna be very interesting to see. I'm definitely expecting a gun Lepic to come out. Gale's gonna get even more overpowered with this. Haley's gun build will definitely get overpowered, and then Balby too, actually. Balby's gun build. Although with that one, you can benefit from everything because, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be very interesting. A lot of Descendants are going to shift in power with these two buffs right here. But it will just depend on how much it is and what are the negatives to it. But a lot of Descendants are going to get higher up in tiers because of those two. And then Deathstalker. This one's going to be a fucker. While the enemy wreaks havoc, a new Colossus, the Deathstalker, has appeared in the void, and it's approaching Egress, a stalker of living things in the darkness of the void space. The Deathstalker is a more formidable foe than any Colossus you have intercepted so far. You must jump back in the void once again to defend Egress from the threat of the Deathstalker. Overcome the fear of death, destroy the lying mask, and discover your true power. With the introduction of the most powerful Colossus, Deathstalker, the difficulty of the final intercept battle Gluttony will also be... This right here sets a bad precedent right here. This part right here. Because if this is the path going forward where the most recent boss will be very hard, but only to get nerfed after the fact when a new one comes out, then people are just gonna wait until it gets nerfed, pretty much. Unless the hardcore players really want to get it right away, then they'll go for it. But this sets a bad precedent of people just waiting until the thing is done and then just being done with it. So it's gonna be very interesting. Very, very interesting to see how this goes. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Let me know what y'all think on that, because this might be bad, this might be good. I mean, it just depends on who you ask. Elites might get upset with this because that just kind of devalues it, but the more casual people will be able to finally do Gluttony. So it's right down the middle. Some people are gonna hate it, some people are gonna love it, but I think overall it's probably a good change so people can actually fight Gluttony. Just it's gonna make Deathstalker a pain in the ass. All right, let's see. Oh yes, Frostwatcher. To wield true power, sometimes you need to be cold and deliberate rather than fast and hot. Frostwatcher is the perfect weapon for such Descendants. This Scrat Rifle has been designed with a built-in chill arcade catalyst to allow anyone to fire cryogenic bullets. Oh. So what that ultimate mod for Haley is getting, this gun does it automatically. So you can fire one enemy, afflict them with cryogenic, and they'll do the AoE pulses. Huh. And isn't this a special rounds weapon? So this would make it a You already got a team waiting for Deathstalker to drop. Oh shit. They did not turn me into a Colossus. Jesus. But yeah, if this is special rounds, this thing will be a really good mob clear. So this is gonna be very, very interesting. But that cult power wasn't something anyone could wield. The Frostwatcher's chill arcade would course through the entire body of its user and slow their movements. Ah, so it does what Haley's third ability does, so it slows down Descendants. And very few Descendants in Albion could handle being in such states. tank Ajax, said and done, down to the books. But if a Descendant can handle it all, Frostwatcher can provide them with the most cold-hearted skill in battle. Especially a cryogenic arcade user like Haley would benefit from the metabolic boost caused by Frostwatcher's refrigerant that surrounds the rifle. Huh. Oh yes, this thing looks fucking sick right here. So yeah, highest difficulty infiltration operations. These things are gonna be like the highest XP farms, 100%. I'm calling it now because yeah, look at the enemy density. Look at that shit. They're just everywhere. On October 10th, we're also introducing new 400% infiltration operations with even more monsters and loot to enjoy. You could choose the 400% option infiltration operations with the invasion event and continue to participate after you have stopped the invasion. 400% infiltration operations feature a greater number of monsters and enhanced monsters in other dungeons, allowing you to fight endless battles. The final battle, which pits you against 2 named monsters at the same time, is a unique feature of this content. While more monsters appear, you'll be able to plunder a deluge of loot in 400% infiltration operation. This includes an exclusive currency obtained only in 400 infiltration operations, which can be used to obtain special items that can be traded to ETA. Ah, so you have to do him to trade with ETA. So this is the big one, which I want them to tell me more, but let's wait. Every Friday to Sunday, a mysterious merchant ETAO visits Albion. The days may vary depending on the time zone of the Descendants. Again, for those that don't know, anyone who's played Destiny and Warframe, the Void Trader, and Xur, same concept, basically the same thing. However, the way they're doing it seems a little different, but let's go into it. ETA offers a different list of goods each week consistent of Descendant blueprints, weapon blueprints, materials, inventory expansions, paints. All right, okay. Seems a little bit better. The inventory expansion, the materials. If the materials are catalysts, you could buy them outright. That'd be golden. Perfect. Which requires standard ETA vouchers and premium ETA vouchers to trade. These vouchers can be obtained by playing the 400% infiltration operation exchange surplus weapon blueprints. See, so the excess stuff you have, you could trade them in as well. In addition to the rotating shop, ETA also offers the feature to exchange surplus weapon blueprints for ETA vouchers. Thank you for the follow, Venom. Welcome on in. However, due to the limited amount of goods that ETA brings in, the amount of blueprints that can be exchanged each week is... Ah, fuckers, they limit it. Fucking hell. God damn it. They had to put a limit. Fucking hell. I mean, oh well, if you have surplus of stuff, you can still trade it in, but fuck. Now, I wonder if it's going to be based on, like, you know, what type of stuff you put in. Like, say, for example, you put a weapon part as opposed to a ultimate Descendant piece. Like, is there a better voucher that you get from it? Does you put in the ultimate pieces give you a premium voucher and the weapon parts give you a standard voucher? That's going to be the thing to kind of think over about, but yeah, definitely, if you haven't caught up on stuff, you do have that. Materials, if you get catalysts and stuff like that. Inventory expansion, that's always going to be fucking nice. Especially with how much you have to get. Yeah. Paints, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be some other stuff from here, too, that they're not saying. It's still going to be lame. Kari, stop being a downer. Jesus. However, due to the limited amount of goods that ETA brings in, the amount of blueprints can be changed will also be limited. We're also planning new content that will consume surplus blueprints even after ETA is added. So, it's a delay for now, or limited amount for now, and then a surplus later on. So still, if you have stuff, you have relics, burn them, get surpluses, and then whenever that feature gets live, you can chunk everything at once. Still farm up surplus, because yeah, it's going to be useful. For now, ETA will serve to consume some of the surplus blueprints, but will continue to expand opportunities to utilize them more effectively. Alrighty. And then Halloween. Halloween just around the corner. The city of Albion has been transformed with dark and mysterious Halloween decorations. Has it? I didn't see any. Probably not yet, but the decorations placed throughout the city will add a lively Halloween atmosphere. Oh, okay, so a cool Halloween event. We've also got some special cosmetic and skin paint that are perfect for Halloween night, so please look forward to them. We hope you all enjoy a spooky and joyful Halloween and have an unforgettable time. Yeah, Ben Summit, welcome Kuro, how you doing? Appreciate the follow, welcome on in. You're part of our army of hatchlings. I mean, I knew automatically whenever they said that vendor, it's gonna be the same way as Destiny and Warframe. There's no game that has a vendor where you could trade in stuff of surplus that you have where it's been up constantly. There's never been one I've seen in any game that's done that, in my experience. So I knew it was gonna be, I knew automatically when they announced it was gonna be just like Xur in Destiny and the Void Trader in Warframe. Except the Void Trader is like, what, every 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of had that feeling. Not only that, they should have introduced pay to P2P trading. Someone stream broke. Yeah, babe, the stream broke. But see, that's the thing though, Kari. If they add that, it's gonna add a bad precedent into it because people are gonna pay real money. Like, because you can't use caliber that you bought in store to trade to someone to get the piece that you want, like in Warframe with platinum. You can't do that. So people are gonna actually spend like IRL money, like through Discord chats and stuff like that. Because Destiny has done the same thing before with like accounts and like emblem codes and stuff like that. Warframe, I mean, it has the platinum system, so it does that. But sometimes people pay legit real money still to get what they want. So it sets a precedent where people are gonna have like trading rings where people are gonna pay IRL money to get the stuff that they want, and it's gonna be a huge markup, and there's gonna be like a whole economy. There's a whole thing with that. Fallout 76, that's another one. 76 does that too. But now if that happens, remember, if you do that, they want something of equal value. If you can't get anything of that, then they're not gonna do it. People are anal like that. I mean, same thing with Warframe. Like, if you have a full Prime set, they either expect you to play Platinum or give you another Prime set. While I understand why it's on that weekly basis and why they're doing it like that, they're trying to evaluate what's the best way forward. So I'm okay with that for now. In my experience with playing MMOs, or games with trading and stuff like that, I already know how things are going to go. I know how the future's gonna turn out. I've done the song and dance too many times, so I already know how this is gonna go. And I'm pretty sure once Human probably has the same thing. I wouldn't doubt it. So I'm already expecting there's gonna be like a whole side market thing where people actually spend IRL money. People are gonna get it's gonna be not a lucrative thing where people are gonna get robbed of money because they think they're gonna get what they want. It's gonna be a whole fucking thing. No, once Human doesn't have trading. Okay, so they don't have it yet, but if they add trading, that will definitely rise. It's always arisen from what I've seen. Fallout 76 has it, Destiny 2 has it, with emblems of all fucking things. Even emblems. You can't trade weapons or anything. It's just emblem codes. Emblem codes, Warframe with their stuff. I said 76. Division 2. Actually, Division 2, I wouldn't doubt it either, because they actually have weapon dropping, so you could probably do that too. Any game that has that option, there's going to be that also lucrative side, so it just depends on how they go about going with it. So, all right, but yeah, let's get back on the update. I got sidetracked. And the rest of the Season 1 updates. Apologies. The Resource Defense... Oh, there's a bunny in front of me. The Special Resource Defense Special Operations has been underplayed compared to mine blockades due to long play time. That is true. The defense missions have had... Ugh. They take forever. There's not enough enemies. It just sucks. So they're planning to improve the resource defense and make it more interesting by shortening the playtime of resource defense to the level of mine blockade, reducing the number of enemies, and changing the placement style. That'll actually make defense missions playable. I've been wanting to do defense missions, but because it just seems more fun and more interactive. Just, I don't know. Keeps you more in-paced. It's something different. It'd be nice. We also want to address the issue of reactor farming. Yes, this. Yes. I think they're adding it finally. So yeah. To reduce the inconvenience of having to farm a new ultimate reactor every time you switch to a new weapon, we're introducing the reactor implement system. The system will allow you to implant the weapon optimization conditions of other ultimate reactors to your current ultimate reactor. An ultimate reactor can have up to 3 weapon optimization conditions. You can freely implant weapon optimization conditions based on your weapon settings. With this, you no longer have to farm a new reactor every time you switch your weapons, as you only need to implant a new weapon optimization condition into the reactor you're currently using. So you're tied to 3. That's the key thing. You're tied to 3 per reactor, so you have to be very mindful what weapons you put on that, because once those 3 are there, I think that's it. I mean, it's not saying if it's locked to that or you can always freely change them. Hopefully you can freely change them, but we'll just see. We hope this dev note has answered some of your expectations and questions. The dev team has always listened to your feedback and constantly striving to provide you with a better gaming experience. We promise to continue to improve and evolve. We'll do our best to make your time in First Descendant even more enjoyable. We always appreciate your support and feedback, and we look forward to seeing you in the upcoming update. Thank you. First Descendant. I love them. Hell yeah. They've won me over completely. Because they actually listen and are actually timely with their updates. So... And they actually talk to the community and listen to the community, unlike Destiny did for a long time. But that's not because of the team's fault. That was more of the higher ups.